From the Washington Times, I'm Tim Constantine. Fears that another interest rate hike will hasten more bank failures hang over the Federal Reserve's meeting this week after a study found that nearly 200 banks are at risk of the same sort of collapse as the one at Silicon Valley Bank. The fear is that another rate hike from the Fed to tamp down inflation will sap the value of banks' assets, such as government bonds and mortgage-backed securities. That would make them vulnerable to a run by depositors, the same way SVB became insolvent. Those warnings come from economists at the Social Science Research Network. Attorneys for a 12-year-old biological male who competes on a girls' track team asked the Supreme Court Monday to keep on hold West Virginia's Save Women's Sports Act, dismissing the state's request for an emergency ruling as an overreaction. 19 states have banned male-born athletes from competing in female sports based on gender identity. It's a debate that pits fairness against inclusion. The 2021 West Virginia law is the first to reach the Supreme Court. The Department of Veterans Affairs is altering Abraham Lincoln's quote in its decades-old motto to make a more gender-inclusive mission statement. The VA's current motto, quote, "To care for him who shall have borne the battle and for his widow and his orphan," is taken from Lincoln's second inaugural address. It's been used since 1959. The new motto reads, quote, "To fulfill President Lincoln's promise to care for those who have served in our nation's military and for their families, caregivers, and survivors." Have they said it better than Lincoln? For these stories and all the news, visit us at WashingtonTimes.com.